Hello my friends, it is Katty and I'm back for another Art Party Friday for you guys here on the Crafty Maven Getaway. I am going to be starting off with a white piece of cardstock. This is just American Crafts cardstock, and I did put gesso on the cardstock just with an old gift card. I added some gesso to the whole page because I know I'm going to do some painting here just on the majority of my paper, so I did prep that. So I'm beginning with some inexpensive acrylic paints. These are from, I think these are from Walmart maybe. They're Apple Barrel. And I'm using, the bottom one is bright blue and then the middle one is tropical blue. And for the top, because I wanted sort of an ombre or gradient, I mixed the tropical blue with some gesso. So just to make it a bit lighter. So it's just slightly lighter than the middle one. So I'm just mixing it up here with a baby wipe. So that's what I'm doing. Just using a baby wipe and just kind of smudging the paint onto the paper. And I am leaving a white border around the whole thing, sort of as a frame. So that's what I'm doing here. And I do kind of blend those out a little bit better. And there they are. I do add some water droplets just to see if anything happened, and it didn't really do all that much. Usually when you add water droplets to like distress inks or mists or you know, any of the what are they called, gelatos, they react, but this is acrylic paint, so it didn't really react. So I did do some splatters and some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Ocean, and then I did do some black splatters back there as well. So now I'm coming in with this stencil. This is a stencil from the Crafters Workshop, and it is called Mod Spirals. So I'm going to use this stencil, and I'm going to use White Dilutions spray. It's called White Linen, and I'm just going over the whole stencil, and I really love the effect that that gives. So there's my photo. That's a photo of my two boys. This was taken recently on our trip to Hawaii. We were at a luau at the beach. So this photo was taken there. So I'm using this Fancy Pants Nautical 6x6 paper pad, and I'm going to rip up some of the papers there with the ruler and just kind of create some layers behind my photo. So this is going to be fairly simple layering, just a few papers. I start off with 4, but I end up just leaving 3 papers behind my photo. So you're going to see me kind of fidget with that back and forth a little bit. But I will eventually just have 3. I'll take off that blue one. I don't know why that blue paper was bothering me. It doesn't look bad. It was just bugging me. I don't know. So I did try to stick to kind of the colors in the mood board this week. I love the mood board this week. And I especially love the purple, and I use no purple on this. Mainly because the ephemera packs that I'm working with and the paper pad, it doesn't really have any purple, and I didn't really think I could make purple work with this particular layout. Maybe with something else, but I don't know. I just didn't think I could make it work, or I didn't try really, but yeah. So I used up just the other papers, just like the turquoise colors and the oranges. There's some orange in there, like coral. There's yellow, so just those nice, bright, fun summer colors. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm working on my title, and I want to use those yellow stickers, which are rain boots. I love those stickers. They're like shiny stickers, and I'm going to use those, and there's where I decided to remove that blue paper. It was just bugging me, I don't know. And I did add fun foam to the back of my photo just to give it some dimension. So I'm just fixing my fun foam there and just ripping up the other edges, because since I did remove one of the layers, I had to kind of bring down the other layers. Otherwise, they were just going to be too big. So, and then I'm trying to rip off this tiny piece of paper with a ruler, and it's just kind of a pain because it's really thin. So I eventually get it. So I'm just going to layer everything back up to somewhere that I'm happy with it. So that's what I'm doing here. Just fussing with my layers. So yeah, definitely this was fun to make. I'm glad I got started on my Hawaii pictures. I kind of told myself I wasn't going to scrap them until I finished other projects that I have pending, but I said, you know what the heck, I'm going to do it. You know, either way, I have a ton of unfinished albums, so I will finish them at some point. That is my goal. So my title was going to be Luau at the Beach. That was my original title, and that looks cute. I like that. Those orange letters, I think they're the Lindsay font if I'm not mistaken, in orange. So I'm picking some ephemera pieces here, and I'm going through the Echo Park Summer Party ephemera pack. I will also go through the Cartabella Beach Party ephemera packs. I'm sorry, Beach Day ephemera pack. So I'm going through both. I recently got those before I left on vacation. So I'm going through those and trying to figure out what I want to do and how I want to use these things. So I pick out a bunch of things, and I don't end up using all that many of them, but I do use up a couple of them. So you'll see me use those in just a minute. So I decide I want that Summer Smiles up there. That's from one of the ephemera packs. That is from the, let's see, I believe that's from the Beach Day. Yeah, by Cartabella. That little green tag I am going to use in the end, and I'm going to actually stamp my date on it, but you won't see that till the end. That flower up there on the top left, I do use as well. That is also from the Beach Day collection, and I will cut it up and use half on one end of the layout and half on another. So I decide I'm gonna just leave my title. It's actually gonna be Beach Luau, but the Luau I decided to just kind of stick on these little banners, and I thought that was cool, just something a little bit different. I hate that L doesn't look like an L; it kind of looks like a J. So it's like when you look at it, you think Juau. What is a Juau? But it's Luau. So that's kind of funny, but I know what it means, so that's okay. So yeah, so I am going to use that, and then I just kind of place them on top of the banners, and I think it looks cute, and it's different, and I've never done that, so that was something fun. So it's just gonna sit there underneath my photo. It's just gonna say Luau, and I'm gonna actually use the little beach from the Beach Day ephemera pack. I'm gonna use the little oval that says beach, so I'm gonna place that right above. And then it's going to say Beach Luau. It's because it was a beach luau. And it was a really nice experience. We had a great time at the luau. The boys really enjoyed it. So this was just a picture I took of them by the water. So yeah, so I'm just working on adding little bits and bobs here. Just sort of picking out pieces from those two ephemera packs. And I take just a few minutes fussing with that title. So that's what I was doing there. Just cutting up some of the ephemera pieces and placing them and tucking them in little places. So that's what I'm doing really here. So yeah, so this was definitely a lot of fun. And a background like this one is a lot of fun to create for your layout. I think it adds a really dramatic effect, and it really makes a statement. And it's just something fun to do, and using a stencil like this over it is really fun. I love this stencil. This is one of my favorite stencils. I haven't had it that long, but I just love it. And I love using it with this white paint over any type of color because I think it just looks really cool. Or you could even use a color over white. I mean, that's fine. So it's a really nice stencil. Then I take this chipboard piece from the Summer Party collection by Echo Park, and I take that sun, which I am going to use. Thought about using the kite, but I'm not going to use the kite. Then I decided to go ahead and just kind of mess around with the ephemera and mess around with all my pieces until I was happy with it. I cut the camera off, and then I came back, and this is what I had. I also had added some little flare badges from Amy Tan. I added a little globe with some thread behind it and a little camera, and I just added some gold thread behind it. And that was pretty much my embellishing. I kept it pretty simple. I didn't do too much embellishing. I'm trimming off a piece of the edges, and I'm gonna back it with this yellow diagonal stripe. This is from Simple Stories from the Life in Color collection, and I'm just cutting the center of it, and I'm gonna use it to mat the whole thing. I think yellow was a nice color to add around the border because there's a lot of yellow in my layout, and I really like yellow, so I added the yellow. So that is basically going to be it for my layout. Nice and simple. Just let the background kind of stand out. So that is it. Here are some close-up shots. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the Crafty Maven Getaway. If you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and check out my channel. There will be a link below. So thanks so much for stopping by today, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye!